Hi, Mystery Recapped here. Today, I'm going to explain a science fiction action film called Zoombies. Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. At the beginning of the movie, we see an advertisement for a zoo named Eden. The zoo's owner, Dr. Ellen Rogers, boasts about it being paradise on Earth that is home to many endangered animals. It turns out that the place was established as a rehabilitation retreat for animals by Ellen's grandfather over 50 years back. But Ellen plans to make it a tourist spot by converting it into an adventure center open to the public. Long zip lines, climbing walls, a water park, and other adventures are being constructed to make it more preferable for the tourists. A security guard named Monty brings two violent caged monkeys to the zoo's vet, Dr. Gordon, and his assistant, Robin. The doctor is checking another monkey, who seems to be in a critical condition. Monty puts the cages aside and watches the doctor and Robin try to revive the monkey as it goes into cardiac arrest. The doctor asks him to lock the doors to prevent the monkey from leaving and potentially infecting the other animals. Oh, I know where this one's going. Dr. Gordon then injects him with a drug, but sees no significant difference. Right after, the caged monkeys start making a lot of noise. The three look at them in horror as the monkey's eyes turn white. Then, the dead monkey makes a screeching noise, jumping off the table, and gets out of their sight. The three start looking for it when suddenly, the monkey makes a metal cupboard fall on Monty and kills him. Robin freaks out and tries running out of the lab, only to find the security system on the door not operating. Before she can run away, the monkey latches onto her and gouges out her eyeballs. Unknown to the situation in the vet, the owner of the zoo, Ellen, brings a group of college students for an intern orientation day. Oh, they're about to get oriented, all right. The students are supposed to work with the zookeepers they are assigned to for the day. Alongside them is Ellen's daughter, Thea, who is super excited to meet her gorilla friend, Kifo. Ellen takes away all their phones for the trip. What? No gorilla selfies for the gram? She then drops a guy named Ricky to the aviary with his supervisor, Chelsea. Ellen is approached by a guard on his way to Dr. Gordon's cabin. It turns out the doctor has hit the panic button. Moving forward, 3 interns are dropped off with a supervisor named Gus. Similarly, AJ is dropped to look after gorillas. Ellen's daughter finally gets to meet her gorilla friend, Kifo. Kifo and Thea were born around the same time and basically grew up together. They even communicate in sign language. Ellen drops off an intern named AJ at the spot and takes the last intern, Gage, with her. They leave Thea in her personal playroom and make their way to the security center. The head of security, Rex, and 2 of his juniors, Ty and Boris, wait for a new addition to their team. Ellen arrives at the center and introduces their teammate, Lizzie. Just then, they get a call saying that no one at the vet clinic is responding to the walkie-talkie. Immediately, the head of security, Rex, the new teammate, Lizzie, the intern, Gage, and the 2 security guards, Ty and Boris, make their way to the clinic. Before going in, Rex asks everyone to bring a taser stick with them for safety, but Lizzie brings a gun, just in case. They carefully make their way forward. All of a sudden, a bloodied hand bangs on the glass door from outside. The group unlocks the door and walks up to a heavily injured Dr. Gordon. The cabin is trashed, and the walls are bloodied. Some help the doctor up, while others inspect the dead bodies of the people in the room. The monkeys are missing from their cells. Before the doctor can tell them what went wrong, a loud screech is heard from within him. Everyone watches in horror as a monkey emerges from inside the doctor's body, killing him instantly. Other monkeys come out of hiding and let out loud screeches. One of them makes Boris electrocute himself with his taser stick. Similarly, Ty is attacked by some and killed instantly. Just then, Lizzie shoots a monkey dead and runs outside with Rex and Gage. Before she can close the door, one of the creatures gets stuck in between. At the same time, another attacks Rex. They manage to save Rex, but the other monkeys escape. Now the group has to collect them all before they infect the other animals and make them wild. Rex calls Ellen and tells her about the situation. She orders them to chase the animals and capture them immediately. She emphasizes that the group should keep the aviary safe, since it has 37 endangered species. After the call, she makes an announcement to the whole zoo, asking everyone to get into locked and secured rooms nearby. The interns and their supervisors begin to panic and do as they are told. However, Gus's group, which has 3 interns, are attacked by the monkeys. They manage to climb up a tree and hide, but after a while, they are attacked by a set of giraffes, who have also been infected. Luckily, giraffes are vegetarians, right? Rex and the team reach there to see a giraffe holding an intern in its mouth. Guess not. They kill both the giraffes, but the two guys and the supervisor are already dead. The only one left from the group is a girl named Amber, who starts hyperventilating. Just then, Rex gets a call from Ellen, who says that the police are on their way, but it will take some time because they have to go through the CDC first. Rex claims that more people will die by then, but even Ellen has no solution but to wait. She tells the group to go to the watchtower and wait until further notice. However, before Rex gets off the call, Amber gets in their Jeep and drives away, leaving the others behind. She heads straight for the entrance, selfishly wanting to save her own life. The others gather some weapons that they have left and plan to walk on foot to the watchtower. Right then, 3 elephants approach them. Rex gets ready to shoot them, but stops when Gage asks him not to. Gage explains that since elephants do not have any natural predators, the infected animals will leave them alone. He turns out to be right, and the 3 decide to use the animal to get to the tower safely. Just then, the backup from the outside arrives. A group of soldiers enter the zoo through the underground way by the supply warehouse. However, they are soon attacked by infected lions. Even the soldiers with weapons don't survive the attack. Ellen watches the event unfold on the surveillance camera in horror. Just then, she notices Rex's vehicle moving towards the entrance of the zoo by the tracking device. Amber, who is in the vehicle, gets out and tries to open the gate, only to find it is shut tight. She looks at the camera and asks Ellen to open it. However, she is soon attacked by an infected lion, who devours her. Just then, Thea, in the other room, comes across an infected koala. She mistakes it for a toy and tries to catch it, only to be attacked. Ellen hears her daughter's cry and rushes to save her, but the door won't open because of the malfunctioning security system. After a while, she manages to open the door and finds a bloodied Thea inside, holding a baseball bat. It turns out the little girl had killed the koala with the bat. Ellen brings her out and helps her clean up. Meanwhile, Rex, Lizzie, and Gage are traveling on their elephants when a group of infected lemurs attacks them. They fall off the elephants and fire at the creatures, but they soon run out of bullets and are about to be killed. Just then, the intern AJ and his supervisor, Daxton, come to their rescue. They kill all the lemurs and rush everyone to a gorilla lab. Rex's leg is heavily injured in the process. They dress the wounds to the best of their abilities and wait for further notice from Ellen. At the same time, Ellen calls for help from outside, but is told to wait for a few hours because the zoo is 30 miles away from the city. She then places the koala's blood under the microscope to try to find out what is causing the infection. Amidst the chaos, Chelsea and Ricky at the aviary are safe and calm. They tell Daxton on a call that they will be fine. Just then, a noise is heard. The tracking monitor shows that the animals are closing in on the gorilla lab. Daxton fears for the gorilla Kifo's safety and runs outside to save him, ignoring the others who are telling him to stay put. He gets to the gorilla only to discover that he has already been infected. Daxton runs towards the lab again while being chased by him. The glass door to the lab breaks when Kifo throws Daxton through it. The others inside quickly hide while Kifo kills Daxton. AJ and Gage separate from Lizzie and Rex. Rex knows that he cannot outrun a gorilla, so he has to help the others run away. He takes a sword to cut bamboo and attacks Kifo. He manages to injure him while the other 3 run away. However, the animal breaks Rex's skull open in retaliation. Now, Lizzie, AJ, and Gage are hiding safely near a cave when they notice a jeep driving nearby. They rush to it to see a heavily injured Amber. Turns out she had managed to get away from the animal, but has been wandering around in the car ever since. She falls limp on Gage's arm and dies from her injuries. Just then, they get a call from Ellen, who wants them to get out of the zoo as soon as possible. She doesn't care about the CDC protocol anymore and is prioritizing everyone's safety. As they talk, the group is surrounded by a group of lions. They manage to get into the Jeep and drive away as the lions chase them. AJ drives while the other 2 fire at the animals from the back seat. One lion latches onto the vehicle and gets dangerously close, but they manage to shoot it dead. However, right after, their Jeep crashes into a tree, forcing them to walk on foot. Meanwhile, Ellen finds a foreign compound that she has never heard of in the koala's blood. She believes that the compound can infect the birds as well. If the infected birds get out of the zoo, soon the whole animal kingdom will be infected. Ellen quickly calls Chelsea and asks her to release the birds into the wild. After the call, Chelsea and Ricky are attacked by a bird. Meanwhile, Lizzie, AJ, and Gage get to the zip line, which is still under construction. Gage claims that they can still make it to the other end if they hold on to the grappling hooks. The watchtower is on the other side, so they have to take the risk no matter what. The 3 set off all at once. Gage and Lizzie land safely, but AJ falls to his death because of a broken cable. The surviving two finally reunite with Ellen. It is now nighttime when they hear loud roars and screeches right outside the tower. Ellen orders everyone to get to the basement, where they have tanks of flammable liquid. She has decided to burn the aviary because it has also become infected. They will have to kill all the animals before the animals kill them. They gather the tanks and make their way to the aviary in a jeep. Ellen tries to contact Chelsea, but no one replies from inside the place. She asks Gage to stay in the vehicle with Thea, but the others insist that Thea should be with her mother instead. At last, the mother and the daughter stay in the jeep, and Lizzie and Gage go inside the aviary. They see no one around, but soon find Ricky's dead body. Looking around, they discover a seemingly alive Chelsea, with an infected eagle using her organs as a nest. The two are horrified at the scene, but can do nothing to help the woman. Meanwhile, Ellen gets out of the jeep and surrounds the aviary with the flammable liquid. She reluctantly sets the place on fire, while the other two are still inside. They soon notice the smoke rising and figure the place has been set on fire. The two hurriedly run and manage to get outside safely, but they notice that the fire cannot reach the aviary quick enough, so they use the jeep to set it further on fire. Just as they think they are safe, Kifo's growl is heard. He chases the group to the entrance, where he almost kills Thea before Ellen shoots him. At last, the group is saved by a rescue helicopter. In the final scene, we see that Kifo regains consciousness, indicating that the havoc the animals created is still not over. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.